Now tell me what you say, girl. Tell me what you say, girl. Speaking like to me while sipping on tea. Say, Bre Speaks with Minister Chanel.
Hello, welcome everyone. This is Minister Bre.
And this is Minister Chanel
And this is the Bre Speaks Show.
on Awesome God Radio.
What is going on, sis? What is going on?
It was a good day, a busy, good day. But today, what is Ice Cube said? Today was a good day. Today was a good day. But honestly, like really, this weather is trying to show out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ready for no fall time weather. I need the rest of summer to play its whole course out before the fall time come in.
Now, sis, your sister's birthday in the fall,
Mine too.
I love the fall. I love the what do you call it? The boot season, the hoodies. Oh my goodness, I love the pumpkin spice lattes. Oh my goodness. And then the scarves, and then the fedoras, and the boots, and the denim. I mean, that's just me. My husband's like, "Would you stop? I want it to be summertime." He's summer baby. I'm a fall baby. And so perfect, weather for me is where I can wear long sleeves and go out and be fine.
I mean, I'm not saying I love the fall. I just don't like the winter time. And my birthday's in the fall also. So it's like, I love pumpkin spice. As soon as the pumpkin spice comes out, I'm getting it, and I'm getting every flavor. I got the pumpkin spice pancake mix, the pumpkin spice muffins. I got the pumpkin spice oatmeal. I mean, I'm like all the way OD on the pumpkin spice. I love pumpkin spice. It's my favorite. And I do like the fall. I love a pair of Uggs, some leggings, and a sweatshirt. Hello.
Oh, yes.
Uniform.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Those are so comfy to wear. Like, you can throw them on with, and I mean, anything.
Yes.
Anything.
And be so warm and cozy. I love a sweatshirt.
I don't wear socks with my Uggs.
What's that?
I don't wear socks with mine.
It's too hot. It's too hot.
It's so weird. I just don't. It has all that fur inside. I just don't.
I didn't think you were supposed to.
Some people, sis, some people got their preference. I don't know.
I want to know how you get your feet in them Uggs with them socks on, because I can't.
I want to know too. Hello to everyone that's joining. Do not be shy. It's just us being crazy as usual.
Yes.
We have an awesome show today.
Yes,
we are
indeed.
Talking about finances.
Cha-ching.
How are your finances looking like, sis? What are you spending your money on? What are you saving? Are you investing? What is going on? And we know that we're about to have this next wave of COVID. I'm just going to say it. I mean, it's coming. And, unfortunately, COVID's not going away for a while. It's something that has become the new norm. And so what have you learned from, going through the pandemic that you can take into now when it comes to your finances?
Right.
What are some things that are really, you feel like it's a necessity, and some things you really don't need? And so we are going to be talking about finances. We're going to be talking about how you can save, how you can also still be cute. I'm also going to be mentioning some spots. So make sure that you have your notepads of where I get my clothing from that's on a budget, and how you can reuse certain things to create a different outfit. I mean, come on, somebody.
Yes,
we just have, a really, really good, awesome show for you today. But let's just get into it.
We're going to get into it. But before we get into it, you mentioned about the COVID, and I just want to encourage all of our listeners to share this with everyone that you can. Do me a solid and stock up on your non-perishable items. Okay. Can we just do that? I'm just asking you to do that. So whenever you're at the store, just go ahead and pick up an extra pack of rice, or extra pack of beans, extra pack of noodles. Just go ahead and do that. And let's stock our pantries, because we don't know what is going to happen in the fall. And the last thing we want to happen is for us not to have something to eat.
I know that's right.
So we're going to talk about... Hi, Miss Price. So we're going to talk about our finances, but also when you're going out to the store, go ahead and pick you up some extra non-perishable items and stock your pantries up. So let's get into it. So I just wanted to share something with us this evening. Sis, I need y'all to stop sleeping on yourself. Can we do
Oh,
that?
I
Can
like
I
that.
need I need all my sisters that are watching to stop. I'm not going to clap. Stop sleeping on yourself. You
Yes,
are
ma'am.
really, really sleeping on yourself. And I need you to wake up. I need you to
Mm,
wake up and I need you to realize that you have what it takes. Turn my mic up. You
hello.
have what it takes. See, you don't think you have what it takes
Witness.
because you see somebody else doing it and it looks different. But
Mm-hmm.
you actually do have what it takes to do what it is that God has created you to do. I've been placed in situations where I didn't think I had what it takes because I had never been in the situation. However, when I
Mm-hmm.
was in the situation, I realized I had what it takes to be successful in the situation, but I didn't think I could. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because I had never been placed in the situation before. But when I got in there, I knew what to do and it was a success. So I need all my sisters to stop sleeping on yourself. You have gifts. We talked about that last week. You have talents. You are blessed, and God has poured a lot into you. And I want you to stop sleeping on yourself and your potential. You can do it. Stop thinking that you can't because you can. So this is your alarm. I'm sounding the alarm. What Beyonce ring the alarm. I'm ringing the alarm. I need you to stop sleeping on yourself. And let's get into it for today. I
I
hope that it
know,
bless you.
right?
And I want y'all to type it out for me. Stop sleeping on yourself. Stop
Yes, write
sleeping
it
on
in the
yourself.
comment.
Write it
And
in the comments and make sure you share this broadcast again. This is the Bre
yes,
Speaks Show on Awesome God Radio. And that was Let's Get Into It. And right now, I need to know, Minister Bre, what's the question of the week?
before we get into the question of the week, my sister Whitney J, what's going on? Whitney J just came into the room.
Oh,
My
Whitney?
sister in ministry. I always gotta shout out my sisters in ministry. Hello, Miss Price. Hello to everyone that's joining, and anyone that's joining me on the replay after this. How's everyone doing? And so she just put that she literally just did a live on this today. Well, Whitney, that is confirmation, honey.
Wow.
Information. If that was something that God put on your spirit literally today and you're hearing it again, that is confirmation. Let's just say it again. I don't want to leave that because God is just speaking. Stop sleeping on yourself. Why do
Stop.
you think we sleep on ourselves though? Why do we think that we just don't have what it takes? Do you think that you're not good enough? Do you think you're not smart enough? What is it? It has to do with your bank account is looking like. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. Why do you think that we sleep on ourselves?
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something, the fact that you are still here, that you are here today, and you have already been through so much, which I can speak for a lot of us. We already been through so much. Hello, we just talked about COVID. The fact
Yes.
of the matter is, you have something to smile about.
Right.
You have something to praise God about. Amen. And Miss Price says, fear. Yes. Faith and fear can't coexist.
Yeah.
They can't coexist. And so, can we agree that we're not going to let fear control us anymore?
Right.
Can we agree that we have to stop sleeping on ourselves and
Yeah.
start living up to the calling, to the purpose that God has for us? And that's all
Yeah.
I want to say, because that got to me. So thank you, sis.
Oh, sis.
It got to me. I said, let me just say something just a little bit, because we all could have took that word. Stop sleeping on yourself.
Stop it.
Stop doubting yourself. Stop
Stop.
talking bad about yourself. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, you know what? She out here having a boutique business. Minister Bre already selling fedoras and jewelry. I can't have a jewelry business like her. Why not? Why not? Matter of fact, you got a question, I'll answer for you. Stop sleeping on yourself.
That's a word.
Just because somebody out here doing the exact same thing you doing and you feel like you can't do it, fear.
That's fear.
Because the truth of the matter is there's nobody that can be you.
Exactly.
I don't care if someone out here writing a book. You can write a book too.
Right.
Nobody can share your story but you. There is no one that can be you but you.
Yes.
And so you have something to bring to the table.
You
and
do.
not just something to bring to the table, you have a seat at the table.
Yeah.
That nobody can sit in.
Exactly.
And so please.
Yeah.
Stop sleeping on yourself.
Stop sleeping on yourself because you can do,
that's all I want to say.
Everybody can be doing the same thing, but you put your sauce on it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can, oh, well, she do this, or I want to do this too. Well, you put your sauce on it. And can I just add one more thing, because I'm a Baptist preacher? What God has for you is for you.
Yes.
What God has for you is for you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing that can stop it. How about that?
Nobody.
Nothing can.
Actually, I take that back. The only thing that can stop it is you.
That's right. I'm about to shout. Let me calm down.
Because if God is for us,
Ah!
God is for us.
Wait a minute. Let me calm. Now you're going too far. You're going too far.
Against us. If my Father said that I'm blessed and I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, and I'm made in the image of him, then who can literally tell me what I'm going to do with my life and how I'm going to do it? And so we have to just have enough faith, enough crazy type of faith. You need to have that crazy type of faith to know that God has brought me too far.
Yes.
I've been through too much.
Yes.
To walk away from any good thing. If it's a good thing with my name on it, I'm coming to get it.
And no good thing, what will he withhold from you? Come on, church.
Oh, what are we doing? That's not even the subject today, but you know what?
I know. I'm sorry. Honey, that thing sat down in my soul today. That thing sat down in my soul. I said, Jesus, wait a minute.
Let me tell you something. God is good. Hello to everyone that's joining. God is so good, though. He's so good because even though we may have our own agenda, and we have our own agenda for the show today, which is finances. I promise you we're going to get into finances.
We're going to get there.
God has a way of coming in and giving a word. So if you have not hit that share button, I'm going to need you to share this broadcast because there's going to be someone that needs to hear this word today.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, he already took over.
He done took over.
He been took over. I'm just a participant. I'm just sitting here, hello, Mark. Hello. And so my thing is I'm just sitting here, just, waiting for God to be used.
Listen.
And so what does that mean? That means that we have to be available to him.
Yes.
Because a lot of us, we just too busy. We book and when we busy. We book and busy.
I want to know how.
We can't even keep still.
Mm.
We going here, we going there. Then, and so my thing is, my thing is we have to be able to hear what God has for us.
Yeah.
All right. And so that was just a word, that just came by.
We did.
Have a special guest today.
Yes.
I am so excited. I'm going to have my sister introduce her, but she is fabulous. I've been watching her from a distance from Instagram. She probably doesn't know this. And I be on her page and I was like, wow, she's great. And she comments on my stories. Just, everybody has an Instagram followers and you follow them and, they follow you. And it's always good to just show that love. Just show that love, show that inspiration back, and let somebody know, sis, I see you. Yeah. I see you, and I appreciate all the information and the knowledge that you were sharing. And so this queen, this woman of God, has some knowledge, y'all. She has some strong knowledge about how to manage your finances. I don't know about you, but I'm not perfect in my finances. Hello, I'm not perfect. I'm not happy of where I am. And that doesn't mean that I'm not good at it, but I can always be better. Amen.
Right.
I can
Amen.
always be more effective. And so I want to be more effective in my finances.
Yes.
And a lot of times we don't have that intentional mind, that thinking, that mindset that I want to be intentional when it comes to my finances, right?
Yes.
And just because you have a lot of money coming in doesn't mean that you're being successful. Doesn't mean that you're being intentional. That doesn't mean that you are actually having your money work for you, right? And then the money is actually working you. But the money, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know what I'm saying? And
I
so
know what you're saying.
I'm just excited, y'all. I'm excited to have my sister on, and we about to bring her on. Is that all right?
Let's bring her on.
All right.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Minister
Bring
No,
them
can
out.
you do the honor and introducing this
I
woman?
absolutely can't. I got caught up. I was singing "Bring them out, bring them out." See how I got sidetracked? Y'all pray for me. We are getting ready to be blessed with our sister Artrea Daniels. You can find her on all of her social media handles at Half Price Mama. She gonna teach us how to get these coins right. Miss Artrea, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you all. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We are so glad to have you here. I just had a quick question. How did you even get involved in starting to learn about finances, if you don't mind?
I got involved by not having any finances.
Well, oh Lord.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it brief, but I'm just going to give a tad bit on what led me to the financial world.
Okay.
My husband and I, we moved from the city to the county, and we went from 2 incomes to 1 income. So that was new for both of us. So being through that, I didn't want our sons to notice that the income had changed and that we were more without than with during that
Right.
time. So I had to become creative because I wanted them to continue with the life that they were accustomed to.
Mhm.
And so I had to shop the sales and clip the coupons and come up with free activities for us to do to keep them happy. Because my goal was I don't want them to be impacted by the decisions that we made. As adults, to try to put them in a better environment, even though it was a struggle for us at the beginning. But by being in that situation, I promised myself that when I did get back financially stable, that I would manage my finances way better than I did before. Because one, I don't ever want to feel as useless as I did at that time. It was a very dark and depressing time for me because I didn't have my own income coming in the way I was used to having.
Right.
And it put me in a dark place. So,
Oh, yes.
but through that was a blessing that I didn't know was being created. I didn't know that I was learning how to manage money and coming up with creative ways that can assist someone else if they ever find their self in the same situation that we were in. So I didn't see it then, but I see it now.
Right.
So that is what got me on the path of wanting to be of service to people that may have been or is in that struggle that we were in financially.
I'm telling you, it's so amazing how God can take a situation where somebody might look at that situation as a bad situation, even though you said you were, down and you were depressed in that moment, but God allowed you to do something in that what I'm trying to say is God put some purpose behind that pain that you were experiencing at that time, and now look at what it has birthed. That season has birthed that. I remember I was in that situation as well, where we were in one income, and it does something to you when you're not contributing financially to the house. So thank you so much for answering that question for us.
You're welcome.
It reminds me of God using your pain for your purpose.
Yes, ma'am.
He'll use, what you're going through and create a business, create a platform, create a voice for the voiceless. And so
Right.
I want to applaud you. I know we haven't even got into the interview, but I want to applaud you because a lot of us, we have trouble with finances and we give up in the storm and the struggle, right? We don't really get ahead of the thing. You got ahead of it, right? You pressed through it, right? And so that didn't stop you or stop the mission that God has for your life. And so I just want to take the time to salute you because a lot of families go through that.
Yeah.
We go through that, and some of us don't really get out of it. Some of us are still in it,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
if you are still in that situation, I believe this word is for you today,
Yeah.
because I just tell you that it will get better.
Mhm.
Yep.
It will get better, and I truly believe that finances, and Ms. Daniels, you can agree with me if I'm right, is that it truly, I think it starts with your mindset. Like your
Yeah.
mindset, like what what's your attention, like what are
Right.
you trying to accomplish when it comes to your finances? What are your financial goals, right? And
Mhm.
so I think it really needs to start with your mind, right?
Mhm.
And you have to have a plan.
Mhm.
You
So
do.
what are some tips that you think that could be really beneficial for anyone that's trying to manage their finances more effectively?
Mhm.
The number one tip that I give is to be realistic with yourself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people live in this fantasy world. They think that their finances is one way, and they're not. You have to be realistic with yourself. It starts with you being honest with you. If you're not honest with you, you can't be honest with your finances. What can you afford? What can't you afford? That's what I had to lay out on the table. That was the situation what I was in. I couldn't
Mhm.
do I had to learn to do my own hair. I couldn't go to the hairdresser. You know what I mean? I had to deal with wearing my real nails. I couldn't go to you have to sit in that moment that you're in. You have
Mm,
to pull out of yourself what you don't think is there. I
Mm.
don't even know how to do a ponytail. But at that time, my husband was cutting my sides, and I learned how to do a little swirl,
come on,
and it was together. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It was
come
together.
on.
So I had to lay out. I had to do my shopping for my boys. The hairdresser wasn't happening for the next few months. I don't know how long I was doing my own hair. I really don't know. But that was something that I never did. I was at the hair shop every 2 weeks. I was at the nail shop every 2 weeks. So I didn't know how long I was going to be in that space. But the thing about it is, if you're honest with yourself, and if YouTube is there, I Googled how to Google how to do the things that you don't think you can do when you're in
Mhm.
that situation that you're in, and you'll be surprised at what's inside of you. You'll be surprised, and what you discover, you're gonna blow yourself away. When I had my little do, I was like, oh my goodness, I did this. I had no clue I could. you
Honey,
know
I
you
know
sleeping
that's
on yourself. You was sleeping on
I was
yourself.
sleep. I was in a coma. Okay, I wasn't asleep. I was knocked out.
Honey, thank God for resurrection. Come on, Jesus.
Amen. So you have to be realistic with your finances, and you have to realize that you and your family is in the situation. You're not living for other people. If you have to do your
Mm,
own hair, if you have to do your own nails, as long as you're nice, neat, and clean, you have what you need to get through where you are, you have to be thankful in that.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
what, you don't have the designer car, so what, you don't have the latest, the latest clothing. You know that you're working to get there. So be
yes,
honest with yourself, and find comfort in the fact that you're still there to work on your finances, to keep yourself up, to keep your household up. It's
Right.
not for everybody else. It's for what's best for you and your family. Be
Yeah.
real.
yeah.
What do your
Yeah.
finances look like?
Mm.
Wow.
Good. I like that. Be honest
Honey.
with yourself. Because a lot of us, are probably out here trying to get, these really expensive handbags, right? I'm
With not a
I'm just
penny in it.
I'm just gonna put out there that you really out here trying to wear them red bottoms. You trying to
What's in
have
it?
those having what what's in there exactly, right? And then your refrigerator don't got no food in it, sis.
Oh.
Is the light bulb working? Not
And then
only
you're out here also trying to make payment arrangements on stuff that is an essential need. And so I want to make things clear because I've been there and I've done that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And so I'm at a part where I felt like my bag that I used to always have was Michael Kors. My Kors is not really as big to me as it was back then. But literally, one day I just stopped and it hit me. I'm like, why do I keep buying all these handbags? Like and there's nothing wrong with buying handbags, and make sure that
Mm.
they're affordable.
Yep.
That they're affordable for you. For you. And so at the time, I was like, I could be investing this money. I could be setting this money aside for a rainy day. And so, I mean, I'm not coming take a jab at anyone. If you can afford it, then you can afford it. But
Mhm.
I'm here for the queen that's saying, I want to look good, but now that's not in my budget. And I'm saying, queen, there are so many ways that you can look good and feel good and not break the bank.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do. If they check out my page, I do a shop your closet challenge where I go through my closet. Right now, I'm coming off of it. I did it for 60 days. I started June 1st, where I went through my closet and I only shopped my closet. I had, I challenged myself because I love fashion. I love clothes. I love shoes. Oh, that's just my judge. I can
Yes,
get all up and through that.
me too.
So, so I shopped my closet and I went through mix, match, put pieces together. And now that you're in this blessed to be in the situation to add key pieces to your wardrobe, you can do so much with it. But
Mhm.
I can go on Walmart and look like $1 million. It can
You
be
can.
done.
Honey,
It can
that
be
clearance
done.
rack.
Yes, the clearance rack. I still shop the clearance rack.
Yeah.
It can be done. It can be done. And the thing about it is I love the fact that I promote Black luxury. I love to see our people looking good, feeling good, smelling good. That's my judge. But we also got to get on the other side of the finances in the Black community when we don't have life insurance policies, but we have on Gucci tennis
Yeah.
shoes.
Oh,
Okay. Wait. Can you repeat that?
say that.
We don't have a life insurance policy, but we have on Gucci tennis shoes.
Gucci tennis.
Gucci. Yep. Okay. We got to talk about how we driving around in our cars, but we don't have car insurance. You get into an accident. I mean, hey, we've seen it. We've seen it. Come on now. We've seen it.
Yes.
You don't even have liability. You know?
Yes.
So when you really have to say, who are we doing this for? Are
Right.
we doing these things for our best interest, or are we doing these things to put on the show for other people?
Mhm.
Because the other people they're not gonna donate to your GoFundMe account if I see one more GoFundMe account. But you have on a Louis Vuitton belt. Help me understand this. Our community somebody has to pull the lid off our community and let them know we got to make some changes when it comes to our finances. We have to install in our kids having your
How to
savings
save.
account.
Mhm.
Yes. My sons have their own, even though I don't allow them to use them, but they have their own credit cards, they have their own bank cards, they have their own bank accounts.
Mhm.
And I'm talking about 2 young Black men.
Mhm.
I refuse to send my sons out that door unprepared.
Mhm.
Once I send them out there and I know I did what I'm supposed to done, it's on them. But
Yeah.
finances, you will know how to manage your finances. You will know how to read your bank account. You will know how to handle your credit. I'm determined to make sure you have an 800 credit score before you graduate high school.
Mhm.
So these are the things that we have to put into our kids. I want you to look nice, but we're going to go to Ross. We're going to TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
We're
These
going to
are
Target.
things I feel like need to be a part of your home training.
This is,
and I feel like just how you talk about, what's right and what's not right. I feel like finances need to be discussed in the home. And I also feel like it needs to be in the school.
Yeah.
It does.
Because sometimes college may not be for you. It wasn't for me at the time.
Me either.
I am successful, entrepreneur, preacher, teacher, all that good stuff, life coach. But I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way when it came to money, because sometimes when I'm talking to my young folks, my young adults, that when you start a business and you have money that's coming and flowing, and then you've had money that you've never had before, then you need to learn how to manage it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You gotta learn how to reinvest it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so thank God I started learning how to reinvest. And so I want you to talk a little bit about that, if you can, when it comes to entrepreneurs, people thinking about starting a business. How important is it to really manage those finances and to reinvest?
Yes.
Well, the first thing you have to do, I always recommend, is when you get that first, piece of money, I always recommend to sit on it. Don't spend automatically. Don't run straight to the bank. Sit on it. Because I realize when you sit in something, it gives you time. It gives you time to settle your nerves, settle your thinking, settle your excitement. Because when you get it, you're acting out of excitement. And that's just, you're acting out of emotion. I got this, so I want to do X, Y, Z, without a plan. Sit on it. Sit. You were okay before you got it. You even better now that you got it. Sit on it. Once you sit on it, you need to map out a plan. What is your 10-year goal? What is your 5-year goal? Where do you see yourself with this money? Where is it taking you? Are you, trying to get a better home, relocate, open up another brand? What do you see for yourself with this finance? You need to think beyond that moment that you're in. So the number two things I would say is sit on it. Don't automatically spend. And the second thing is, while you're sitting in it, come up with a plan. Come up with a plan. What is it? Do you need to reinvest? Do you need to get more? Do you need to get more items for your company? Do you need to get a security system? Do you need to hire an assistant? Do you need to get insurance? What are your needs? Take that money and attend to your needs after setting in it and making sure that you are making the right decisions before spending.
Yes, ma'am. One of the things that I recently just did, actually just told this to my sis over there, Minister Chanel, is that I opened up a different account. I opened up a business account. I have my personal checking, and then I have my savings, and then I also have an account that is just for reinvesting only.
Yeah,
and so it's really, really important, I think, also as a business owner, that you separate your personal finances from your business finances. And because if you find that stuff just intertwining, it gets sticky, it gets messy. And then when I first started my business, I called myself, oh, I know what's coming in, I know what's going out. But if you're anything like me, I have automatic pay set up where, Verizon or whatever, they come in, because I be forgetting. My memory's bad, y'all. I know, and I'm still young. And I have it set up at certain times of the month when it comes in, and it takes, and sometimes you may forget that there is a bill being taken out of your account, and then you got to make sure that you have that there. And so you got to know what is in there, what you have coming in, what is going out. And so really, I'm saying is that it's really important to make sure that you are separating. That is one thing I had to learn the hard way. Please separate your personal finances from your business finances. And then if you have a spouse like mine, we don't have a joint account. Do you have anything you want to say about that for maybe the people that maybe have like a same account, what that may look like?
We have a joint account that is set up to automatically take out of our checks every 2 weeks, so we don't even see it.
Okay,
the money that we share, the account that we share, the money automatically goes over. It's not even intertwined with our personal business. It's not intertwined with that. So that's what I recommend, because to be honest with you, I don't even think about that account. I don't, because it's there. The money automatically comes on my account. I don't see it, when it hits my personal account, that money's already gone. So I don't even calculate that.
Okay.
And that works for me, because when, an emergency or something comes up, then I'll be like, oh, okay. Like we had 2 emergencies come up this year. We said, oh, you know what? Go into the joint account and take care of what we had to take care of. And we didn't miss it because we have it, consciously going over there, and we don't even calculate it in our monthly budget.
Well, that's good to think about.
That is good to think about. Yeah, I have it set up.
Do you have a joint account with your spouse?
We have a joint account, and then I have a personal account, and then I have a business account. I want to set up the reinvestment account, which you talked about. I want to do that, but I also have it where I just have a certain amount that just goes to my savings every paycheck.
Yes.
So that I don't, and I set that up through my bank, and it just automatically goes over there. So like you said, you don't see it and you don't think about it. And then I also have my ties that come out automatically too.
Yes. One thing about finances that has also told me good money management is paying my tithes. And someone's gonna say, well, Minister Bre, that has nothing to do with finances. It has everything.
It does.
To do. So this is a word for somebody. It has everything to do with finances, paying your tithes, and it's 10% of what you make. And so if you are an entrepreneur like me, so you may have different amounts every month or every 2 weeks coming in, whatever the amount is, it could different, it can change. You always want to still tithe that 10% for whatever that you're getting paid for. is so, so important. If you have employees or people working for you, you want to make sure you're paying that tithe before you pay your team. It's just very, very important to set the tone of your finances, because God is the giver of your money.
Yeah.
Amen.
So really, it's not really your money. It's his money. And so
Mm-hmm.
he's waiting on you to see, are you going to do right by me? And
Yeah.
a lot of times your finances will not, you really won't see the fruit of it because you're simply not paying your tithes. And so
Yes.
that is a lesson that, again, I'm sharing just wisdom of nuggets that I had to experience, and now
Listen.
I'm getting, and to a point where if I know that I want all the blessings to come down, and I want to see my business and my finances to grow, I gotta make sure that I am paying my tithes accordingly. Do
Yeah.
not rob God. Do
Yeah.
not.
Amen.
Do not rob God. Now, do I believe that you paying your tithes and then you paying for all these other extra things? If you don't have it like that, okay. But the number one thing you need to do in church is pay your tithes. If you don't have enough money for the general offering, you don't have money for the chicken or whatever you need to do. I'm being real. Make sure that you pay your tithes.
Yes. And that's a nugget. That's a nugget for
Yeah,
your
that's a
for us
word.
entrepreneurs. Because if you want your business to be blessed, and we have to include, I mean, I said this before, so I feel like I just feel like I need to say it again. We have to include God in it, and that includes paying your tithes off of your business. If you want your business to be successful, you have to do that. That is a necessity. It's so funny. This is a little off the subject, but my son actually asked me this weekend, Mom, how do I invest?
Oh, wow.
And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, I want to know. I want to invest. I was like, okay. And now that's something that I just started getting into via the app Robinhood. So I just started getting into it. So I'm like, I really don't know a whole lot except for, the little bit of what I know. So what can you tell us about investing, and can children, have investments?
That is, I'm gonna be honest with you, that is something I'm still learning about myself, which
Okay.
is investments. I do believe from what the little bit I have learned, it is tidbits that you can teach your kids. I'm right now I'm getting alerts from Acorn, and I've been dibbling and dabbling looking into that.
Okay.
So I don't want to misinform.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But once I become a little bit more educated on investment, trust and believe I'll be sharing something on my page about it.
Oh my
But
gosh, that is wonderful. I mean,
It
I'm looking
is.
forward to that. We can learn, look, we can learn together. It's like I
amen.
said,
Yeah.
you have Acorn, and I think Robinhood is something that's similar to that. And you just have to learn. It's like, but I wonder, I mean, I'm not asking you to answer this, but I'm just wondering why finances seems to be such a struggle in the Black community. You know
That's
what I
actually one of
mean?
my questions. Like, why do you think is such a struggle? Like,
Why?
what
Why
do you
is
think
that?
is getting in the way besides of um what you mentioned earlier? It's just basically, knowing, what you have and what you don't have. But what do you think is like the real hard thing about
It's like a
managing
curse.
finances?
I think the thing about it is, and our mentality is we want to, well, I feel like the mentality is we want to look like we have money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know why that is.
Hmm.
Um, I can't say that finances was taught to me in my household growing up.
Me
It
either.
it,
So
it,
would you
it
say that
wasn't.
it's a lack of education?
Um, it could be like, yes, it's lack of education, it's the environment, it's the fact that, to be honest with you, speaking from my background, it was we had what we needed. We had the finances to get, what we needed. It really wasn't much to talk about as far as saving, investing, managing. What we managed was to have food on the table and clothes on our back. It wasn't too
Yeah.
much more outside of that to manage.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, far as the lights was on, there was food in the fridge, you had clothes on your back. The
I
money
Yeah.
was
feel like
managed.
I feel like with generations before, I feel like maybe, you know, they settled, they settled for what was comfortable, what they were expecting. I
Mhm.
feel like it has to come to a point where even though you feel like everything is doing great, you're managing everything good, but that saving aspect, saving for a rainy day, investing, if you have dreams or if you have ambitions, making sure that you are funding your dreams. There's nothing wrong with funding your dreams and putting a little bit of money, on the side for things that you want to do. I had to get over my mommy guilt when it came to that. I'm telling you, when it comes to the kids, I will give them anything they want. But it came to me going to Target and picking out a $15 top fist.
I struggled.
Daggone well, I got more than 15. Everybody know I got more than $50 in my daggone account. Bre Speaks Hello. And I'm like, no, I don't need to buy that top. I gotta, make sure these kids are good. There is nothing wrong with treating yourself.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with treating yourself, and especially if it is something that you know that you can afford. There is nothing wrong. I'm a firm believer that please treat yourself, but make sure that you are doing it responsibly.
Yeah.
Why is it as a mom we get guilty? Like, no, I don't really need that top. Me. I can only speak for me.
No,
yeah, me too.
I've been there.
I don't need them shoes. And I'm like, no, let me go get those shoes. Let me get the top. Let me treat myself because I work really, really hard.
Yeah.
And so I feel like there's nothing wrong. We're talking about all these things with finances that you shouldn't do. But I also want to tell you that there's nothing wrong to treat yourself.
Right.
But do it responsibly. Do it when you know that you have it.
Right.
Yeah. It might not be all the time, but sometimes I'm a firm believer. Trust me. I know. I do. I know about the mom guilt. I know about treating yourself. I am completely into treating yourself. I mean, you go through so much to get there. And as long as your kids are okay, yes, treat yourself. I have nothing. I just want you to make sure that the groundwork is done. And once that is in place, go all out. I'm all for it. You have my full support. But we just have to get that root. We have to get that we have to get that foundation stronger.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. Have to get that foundation stronger. Once that foundation is stronger, our community, do you, baby? Get that Louis Vuitton, get that Gucci, do it. Do it by all means. But I just want to be, I just want to educate on making sure that foundation is strong for yourself and your family. Then we can do all the, then we can do the beautiful stuff. Because the bad stuff is going to be waiting for you if you don't tackle that. You can enjoy treating yourself more when you know everything is in order.
Right.
Yeah. And you're going to feel more good about it too. You're not going to be like, oh, here's my card, but then how am I going to do this and how I'm going to do this and then that's do like, you might as well not even spend it, queen. You might not even swipe your card. If you got to hold your card like this. Same thing when it comes, I'm bringing it back to the tithes. Same thing when you try and give God something. God don't want you shaking, give it to him. He wants us to what? Freely give. And when you treat yourself, you want to be like, here you go. What you need? Like, it just makes you feel more better. If you have to literally just have to sit there and contemplate and think life issues about making a purchase, maybe you shouldn't be making that purchase.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you'll get there.
At that time. One of my mentors actually told me this. Shout out to Joy Hayward. She said, if you cannot afford to buy something twice, it's too much.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds like
with me. She told me that maybe 3-4 years ago. That nugget stuck with me to this day. So even when I'm out and about and I'm like, do I have it to pay for this twice? And I make up my decision if I'm going to buy it or not. So that's just free of charge tonight. If I cannot swipe that card twice for that one thing and I don't have it twice in my account, then I'm not buying it.
Yeah. I mean, that's a nugget right there.
I'm not, it's too much. And so so that you can that could be something as small as $20, $100, $500, $1,000. However you want to however you can cater it to yourself. If you cannot swipe that card twice for one item, you should not be buying it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same thing with DoorDash. Oh my goodness, I'm so addicted to DoorDash. Fix it, Jesus, fix it.
Yeah, we're gonna pray.
We're gonna pray on it. We're gonna pray on it.
Yeah,
so can you talk?
You cannot do a DoorDash. If you cannot afford DoorDash, 5, 6, 7 days a week, please don't do it. It's so
Oh, Lord.
addicting, y'all. It's so addicting because, and half the time, the food is in the house. Who am I speaking to? The food is in the freezer. The food is in the refrigerator. But yeah, it's like, you know what? I want what I want. And I got all these kids. And I'm going to eat what I want to. I work hard. I deserve it. The devil is a liar. Queen, what else is that make you something to eat? And then I done moved to Baltimore. They got all this seafood and Chinese and subs. And I'm like, sis, I done moved literally to all the food joints by my house. Like literally in like drive, like not even driving, walking distance. And I have to rebuke him every single day. I will not buy that. And then I will go in this kitchen and I will cook. And then once I cook, I feel so much better. I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you,
See?
Jesus.
Yeah,
See?
absolutely.
So can you talk a little bit about creating a budget for your personal finances? I know you said that you were working with one income and you created a budget to be able to afford things. Help us out and explain how we can create a budget that will help us to save money and maybe some tips on how we can save. And you can even throw in something about the coupon because I can't get coupons to work right for me. I don't know if there's been an angel assigned to confuse me about coupons, but I rebuke you and I need some information about the coupons because I can't get it to work right. You know, they got the show Extreme Coupon and they come out and the store owes them money. You know, I go in there.
I be seeing people get so much free stuff on coupons.
Yeah, help us.
And then you be looking in their garage. I'm like, sis, how do you have all this stuff like a store?
Yeah.
You have to shop the sales and clip the coupons for those sales items. So you'll either pay close to nothing or nothing at all for it. You feel what I'm saying? If you have a $2 coupon and it's on sale for $2, you're getting that item for free.
Now, hold on.
So,
hold on. I need you to talk slow to me like I'm in the second grade.
Okay.
So, you say shop the sales. So, you mean get the newspaper or look online for your grocery store or any grocery store and see what they have on sale.
Yep.
And then, are you getting the coupons from the newspaper? Are you getting them online? Are you getting them?
I'm not sure if the newspapers still have the flyers or not, but I know online you can download, like I have the Target wheel. You download the apps as well. I have the Target wheel where you go online and you redeem the sales on the Target wheel for those items. So say if they have the dresses on sale, the Target dresses on sale, when you go on your wheel, it'll have it as a sales item and you'll download that to redeem that sales ticket. So when you go to the store and you get that dress, they'll scan your phone.
Okay.
And you'll get that item on sale. And you can also build points. Like I put my phone number in at every purchase at Target and I build points. Say if I have like $15 on my wheel, they'll scan it. They'll take the $15 off my purchase and I've saved $15 on top of the sales item.
Okay, so either download the app you recommend, because I see, like, again, people, they clip the coupons, the physical coupons, but I know, we're in these COVID streets, so a lot of ain't no clipping in these COVID streets. So I think that there's probably a lot more downloads on for coupons.
Yeah, that's for that store, like JCPenney's. If you go to jcpenney.com, I can be standing right in line. I go to jcpenney.com, pull up their website. And the coupon, like 35%.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
30. Say if they have like 35% off of home goods, and I've got sheets and towels and pillowcases and everything at JCPenney. I'll download it right there. The coupon. When I get to the register, they'll scan it. I got 35% off my purchase.
So for groceries, you're saying, is there an app for groceries? I don't know.
No, with BJ's, because I'm a big family over here, so
I have BJ's and Costco.
And so they do have like those flyers like right outside of the store, and they have like like those little booklets. It looks like almost like a newspaper, but it has
I use those. I
Yeah,
use those.
and so me and my husband normally we go through it as we are going through the store. We're going to the store, and so if the kids want, juice boxes, we're like, okay, well, which juice boxes are on sale? And so that's how normally that, what we do.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Usually
but if you
buy
want to
in
be
bulk.
more, if you want to be, in your case, if you're into the clipping and things of that nature, you can go online for that store.
Okay.
You can go online and download the coupons, or you can print them out and cut them, and cut them if whatever's good for you.
Okay.
So you can do that. But I always recommend shopping the sales. Shopping
Yeah.
the sales. And if you can get a coupon to match up with that sale, you even
Oh
better.
yes. Oh yes.
So if you're going to the grocery store, and sorry, I'm hijacking this whole situation. This is the last question. So if you're going to the grocery store and you have a list of things that you need to get from the grocery store, do you go and look at the sale before you go to the grocery store and then tailor your list to that in order for you to maximize your shop?
Yeah, you can always check online first to see if anything that you need is on
Okay.
sale.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then sometimes if you can Google, oh my goodness, it's a site, I can't think of the name of it, but you can also Google weekly coupons and it'll all come up for you, and you could just go click on each store.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
on
mean,
a
Google
budget.
is life.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
pretty much get everything off your computer, print the coupons, and clip them at home before you even leave out for the store. That way you already organized. And I always recommend doing a list. I do not leave out my door without a list.
See, that's
I,
what I struggle with.
I
I
do
be
not leave
forgetting
out
the
my door.
list. See, and I feel like that's where you will probably end up spending the most money, which I do, in the grocery store, especially if you have a family, okay, as big as mine, family 5 or 6. I'm talking to all of you that bulk, do bulking shopping like I do. You may definitely want to do a list. Me and my husband is literally going there, and don't go grocery shopping hungry
No, I
either.
feel my
No,
tummy up.
that's the cardinal rule.
I
Do
feel about
not
that
do
tummy.
that. Do not do that. Don't go in no store hungry.
Mm-mm.
Stop by and get you, some fries or something. Something. Bring some chips in there. Do not always have a list. Most of the
Yeah.
time we have a list,
Yeah.
but sometimes we have done random trips. And I'm telling you, those random trips to the grocery store have been vicious. I'm like, how did I spend $200, $300 in Target? I only came in here to get some roll of toilet paper
Listen.
because I didn't have a list. I
Target
don't even
does that.
promise you, I didn't have a list.
Yeah,
And then I'm
Target.
going there like, oh, they got this. Oh, we need to get some new bath towels. No one make sure that you have a list. Be
Amen.
Don't
prepared.
leave home without it.
Be
Do not leave
prepared.
home. It's a godsend, and it's even better if you have an organized list. Let me
Oh
just
yeah.
tell you a
Oh,
snippet
bless
about
us,
that.
honey. Bless us. Bless us.
So when you go into, like, my list is organized: eggs, cheese, milk. That's the dairy section. When I go in that section, I know exactly what I'm getting out that section. Laundry detergent, dry sheets, fabric softener. I know what I'm getting out of that section. So, and it also helps to have a list under each person. Like, I know what each one of my sons need, their name, what they
Oh,
need,
that's good. That's
what my
good.
what my husband needs, what I need. Under each one of us is a list of what we need. So we need toothpaste, we need deodorant, we need face wash. That's it. That
I
right
like
there,
that.
that right there is the one of the best lists that I came up with when going grocery shopping. Being organized with your family members in your household and what each person need and what each department you need. Dairy, laundry detergent, clothing, being organized with it, that also saves you a lot of money and it keeps you on track.
And do you
That
plan your
is
meals?
awesome.
I don't plan my meals.
Okay.
No, I'm
That's
not that advanced.
awesome.
I don't.
I'm gonna have to use that. Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
I'm
that
welcome.
was
definitely gonna use
good.
that for my littles, my little ones. I'm definitely going to do that, especially when we're about to take another vacation. And so I definitely am gonna do that before we go on vacation to make sure I'm not leaving nothing out and not trying to spend a whole bunch of extra money before we leave. But that
Yes,
was some
indeed.
good stuff.
That was good.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much for coming on here and
You're welcome.
sharing your wisdom with us about
You're welcome.
finances. Who says finances have to be boring or they have
It's
to be
not.
perfect?
They
You
don't.
know,
They don't.
and I want to prove that it doesn't have to be that way, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't. You can totally be creative with your finances. If you, I'm gonna share two more things. Then I just want to get it in
Johnny,
real quick.
bless us.
When it comes to finances, can be a real struggle when it comes to couples, when it comes to relationships. I always recommend to people that I talk to is to have a budget date night where you and your mate, you go in, you know what the topic is, you know what you're going to discuss, you know what's going to be the finances, because you know it can be, finances are the cause of a lot of breakups, but we want to change that,
and divorces.
So we want to change that. We want to make it a little bit more intimate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about these numbers, we're going to talk about savings, but we want to bring fun into it. You know what I mean? So you set it up. Hey, babe, 45 minutes. We're going to, sit down on Thursday night. Make sure it's designated. It's intentional. Thursday night, we're going to sit down from 8 o'clock to 8:45. Just you and I, quiet time, some wine, our notebooks, our journals. Because I have a budget journal. That's the second thing I'm going to touch on is a budget journal. You both sit down with your journals. You go over your finances for that week. You go over what you can eliminate, what you need to add to. I always fill my tank up on Sunday, so I'm not going back and forth to the gas station. No unnecessary stops. I make sure that we have our lunch in the house. I'm not making any stops at for lunch. We're packing our lunches in the morning. So anything that you all can communicate and bounce off each other to be able to save in the household. Bring that intimacy, bring that quiet time, just the two of you to take the edge off of a little bit. I think that will bring a different aspect of finances when it comes to the relationship. And when be intimate with it. Be intimate with your finances. I'm really big on that. That's why I have a budget journal. Backpedaling. So when you say you have your bills coming out automatically, I stopped that. I don't do that anymore. I physically sat down with my budget journal and I go through and I list each bill and I call or I do it online. I don't have anything automatically coming out because I need to know what is, I need to be intimate with that. I need to know what's coming out. I need to sit down with my numbers and physically see, what's going on there. So a budget journal and setting up a budget date night with your mate. I recommend that for couples.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. I like that. I'm gonna set me up a budget date night with my hubby next week. I'm gonna say, come on, hubby, let's get the wine and let's sit down and have a budget date night.
Yeah, take the edge off.
Let me tell you something, y'all. He loves finance. My husband loves finances. He loves managing them. He could talk about finances business all day long. So that's gonna be joy to his ears. I'm the one be like, what we talking about?
No, once you get a shout out to, you'll be nice and relaxed.
Too much. Been too much, Brian. And so that's where I be like, I want to flee and be like, peace. But no,
whatever you all like doing. It could be a car ride. Whatever you two like doing that brings you all together. Just ease a couple minutes of finances in there. Just 15, 20 minutes.
My goodness. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Budget date night. Make sure that you write that down for all my married couples. A budget date night. I will be having one next week. And next week I'll let you guys know how it went. How about that?
Okay.
And what Mr. Stewart said, because he's always saying something funny. So I'm going to let you guys know how my budget date night went. But let me tell you something. I'm loving it. And I'm loving the list. I'm loving having each person, one of my kids, have their own different list. They're going to love that too.
I know. They will feel so special. Oh, yes.
Cross it out for you, Mommy. Can I go
getting them involved. You're getting them involved.
Yes. I'm going to do
be done.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to get them involved. I'm definitely going to get them involved. And it's going to be something fun that we can do together. So look at God. Look at God. We smiling and we talking about finances.
I know, honey.
Won't he do it?
Because in church, you talk about some coins that the church would be cricket. Be cricket, you start talking about them coins, honey.
We got to get that conversation in any way we can.
It doesn't have to be that way. We're proving to you today 3 beautiful women telling you that it does not have to be that way. And we are learning. I'm not saying that I've arrived and I'm doing everything right. No, ma'am. There's always need to improve. There's always growth. You're always going to have different problems, right? I always say when you have new levels, you have new devils, right?
Yes.
And so you have more money, you have more problems. And so
Yes.
you always want to make sure that you're staying ahead of the game, right? You want to say that you're educating yourself about your finances. You want to know how much money you have in the bank. You want to know how much money you want to have in there. And then last but not least, you want to make sure that we're not robbing God. Amen. We want to make sure that we're giving back to the kingdom. We're sowing seeds, not just with tithes, but if you see a kingdom business, sow a seed. Let me tell you something. Sowing seeds is one thing I did learn about my financial status to the kingdom. Like, because we want things, right? We want our businesses to flow, but then God is saying, well, what seeds have you shown to other people? And so that does tie in to your personal finances. It really does. Have everyone have a wonderful evening.
Yes, this was amazing.
Thank you.
This was such an awesome show. We're going to have you come on back on again.
Yes.
Absolutely.
2.
Yes.
Absolutely. We got to get ready for the holidays. We got to get ready.
Yes.
We got to get those finances together for the holidays.
Christmas shopping.
I'm always done early. I got tricks and tips for that too.
Listen, stand by your DM, Artrea. Who's coming through? Me.
I know.
Who's coming through?
That would be a nice Christmas show. Oh yes, we gonna have you. Oh my God.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at God.
Get ready for the holidays. I gotta let you know. You gotta get. You gotta stay tuned. You want to get right.
Maybe Minister Chanel, we could even do some Christmas giveaways because we're gonna be budgeting, right? So we're gonna give our
absolutely. We're gonna have you looking like $1 million, and we only spent 200.
Oh my goodness,
honey, that's my lifelong goal.
Oh my goodness, this is great. This is great. I'm so excited for what's about to happen. I'm so excited.
Yes, this was amazing.
It was amazing. So this is the Bre Speaks Show.
Yes. I am Minister Chanel.
And this is Minister Bre, and we are so happy that you joined us. Make sure that you join us next Tuesday at 7:15. We will be having the lovely Joy Hayward joining us, and she is going to come in with a really, really powerful word. And we are going to keep talking about how to manage our finances. We're going to be talking about this a little bit throughout the whole month of August because we are believing and trusting God for breakthroughs and blessings when it comes to our money. Amen. And so we're going to be talking about this a little bit through the whole month of August. So everyone take care. We love you. Peace be with you. Blessings. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.